Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner, and thank you to each and every one who decides to come back. And this week we are about to see, I suppose it's going to be for most of you tonight, Wednesday night, a new chapter of South Park that ridicules the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, ever since the Spare book came out, Harry is a laughing stock in Hollywood, and on nearly every night show he's been a joke, except for the one night show that he was on, and Saturday Night Live that are still hoping, I think, that they might get him as a guest so they can make love of him in person. So these are the two well, maybe there are more, but the only known late night shows that I know that didn't make fun of Prince Harry. And now South Park are also making fun of Harry and Meghan as well. So it seems like America is really tired of Harry and Meghan. And it looks like they will have to face their demons and to face what they have done that causes them to be the laughingstock of not only Hollywood but the entire America. And now that South Park is doing an episode about them, even the people that didn't know they existed will know of their existence. So I'm going to do a spread that is called Facing Your Demons. And it's going to look, it's not a very big spread. It's a 5-card spread. It's a cross. It's like the cross of truth or any other of the crosses that are usually used. And it's delving into facing the demons. So it looks into their the way that they feel into this in this situation, the way others do see them, and their actions that caused this situation. What are they hiding from themselves? What do they don't want to see? And then there is this card of what do they need to focus on in order to stop this, if they have any way of stopping this. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. Now, this tarot deck has 4 extra cards because each of the suits has a special card that is called the Palace of Suits of the Suit, Palace of Cups, Palace of Wands, Palace of Pentacles, and it usually describes the entire energy of the suit itself. But if we do get that one of those cards, I will read the entire interpretation from the book. So before I start, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. So let's finish this and clear the deck. let's start. So, Harry and Meghan are being ridiculed in the United States by US hosts and now by South Park. Why are they being ridiculed? What is their, how do they feel about that? How do people see them? What are they hiding from? And is there any way for them forward without being, from being ridiculed? So Harry and Meghan facing their demons. Can they face those demons? Can they move forward from being ridiculed by everyone in the USA, by late night shows hosts, by South Park creators, and by other people in the United States? Can they face their own demons and the reasons why they are being ridiculed? Okay, so cutting up the deck. And the first card is the card that shows how do they feel about being ridiculed. And the card that I'm getting is the Hanged Man. So this is the card that is shouting, we are victims. We are being sacrificed on the stages of other people's wish for success. Those late night hosts, they want to build upon the smaller or the minimal minimal common denominator of everyone. So they chose Prince Harry as their target. It's not our fault. It's nothing that is because of what we have done. We are being sacrificed, and this hangman is a person that is being there all naked, without even being with even his clothes on. So this is even more than the typical hangman, because this is a person that is being exposed. So he's being ridiculed, he's being exposed in his entirety, in his very ridiculous self. And this is a card that screams, we are the victims here. We are being sacrificed. We are, it's not our fault. This is what this card is saying. This is how they feel. So they are not owning anything. They are not taking any kind of responsibility. They are not looking at anything that they can learn from this, because this is not people that are changing their perspective. They want the world to change its perspective of them. They want the American people to change the way that they look at them. They do not intend to change the way that they look at things. They do not intend to change their own perspective. They want others to change the way that they are seen. So why are you ridiculing me? Why are you laughing at me? Mitzi, Rosie was trying to go on top of the desk and she nearly fell. Okay. Now she wants to go out. I swear that when I started the reading, she was sleeping on my bed. Okay, let me open up the door for her. So once again, they do not believe that they have anything to repent. They don't think that they have any kind of nothing to be that is their fault. This is not our fault. This is nothing that we need to explain. This is nothing that we can come and say that we're sorry because we're not sorry. You need to change the way that you're looking at us. You made us, or you turned us into your victims, and we are being sacrificed on your stages, but you made us your victims. We didn't do anything wrong. This is how they feel. This is how they feel, and because of that, they will never be able to get over this. They will never be able to move forward, because a person needs to own his own mistakes, and they believe that everything will be just okay without them doing anything to change things. So this is the perfect card that shows that they just believe that it's not their fault. So they do not want to even own their demons. So the next card is, how do people really see them? Those people who ridicule them, and other people in the USA, in the UK, how do people around in the world see them? And what we're seeing is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is a card of dreams. And this is a card that usually, when it's positively aspected, it's about dreams that can become a reality. Now, this is the Tarot of Dreams, and I chose this Tarot of Dreams because I was talking about Harry and Meghan's and their demons, and the things that they are dreaming about, and things that they are hallucinating about. And this is why I also chose the metaphysical cannabis oracle deck, because this card is negatively aspected in this place, and it comes right after the Hangman. People are seeing them as two people that are gaslighting the entire world, or trying to gaslight. This is what the Seven of Cups is all about when it is negatively aspected. It's about people or a person that is trying to convince the world that his dreams should become a reality, that his dreams are something that is needs to become a reality, but this is not realistic. This is a person that is passive. This is a person that is running away from reality, and this is how they are seen. So people are seeing right through them. People are seeing now that they are gaslighting, that they are not being genuine, that that they have tried to manipulate the world by trying to create this false narrative. For example, by claiming that the royal family is racist, and now doubling back on that and saying, no, we didn't mean to say that it was racist. We never said that it was racist. And many other things that they said, or they can even be that they're even recordings of them saying things that imply one thing, and now they're claiming that no, they didn't mean that. So this is about fantasies, people that are living in this fantasy world, people that are running away from reality because they don't want to see reality, because in reality they are not being sacrificial. They are there being very naked because people see them as they are. People see them for who they are. And people have changed their perspective about them. And this is why we got the hanged man, because people really did change their perspective about them. From people that adored them, and many people that adored them, now people are ridiculing them. So people did change their perspective about them. They see that as being victimized. What other people see is that they try to gaslight the entire world. They try to gaslight other media hosts like Oprah Winfrey, like Ellen, and they did not succeed. So right now it is two people that are running away from reality, living in this fantasy world, trying to make others believe that their dreams and that their reality, that they're not reality, but that their fantasies can become a reality or should become a reality. So this is how this card is being interpreted when it is negatively aspected. And because it comes right after the hangman that is being interpreted as a victim card, this is negatively aspected. So this is how they are seen. They are not seen as two people who are living their dream. Okay, next card is things that they should avoid if they don't want to keep on getting those demons keep on haunting them, if they don't want to be ridiculed over and over again. So what should they avoid? And we're getting the Five of Cups. So that's another cups, so another very emotional card. The Five of Cups is a card that speaks about despair. And in this instance, this card is telling them, if you don't want us to think that you are living this in this fantasy world, don't try to pull out the victim card. Don't try to tell us all how desperate and how terrible you feel, to make us all feel pity on you. Don't try to pull out the pity card. This is not going to work. This card is the card of despair, but unjustified despair. And everybody knows, as people come, as if you listen to Meghan Kelly, she says these things very, she puts things in perspective. Don't cry that you don't have money when you have millions in your bank account, when you live in a mansion with 16 bathrooms and I don't know how many rooms. Don't cry that you are being victimized when you are signing millions of dollars of contracts, and you are the ones that are creating the narrative. You are creating that narrative of victimhood. So don't come crying. And this is what this card is telling them. You keep on coming with this victimhood narrative. You keep on coming and saying that you are being victimized, that you are being there and to put on the world stage as the hanged men, as the ones that are being blamed for everything. But this is for real. You are to blame. This is true. And your despair is unjustified because maybe you lost those 3 cups, but you still have 2 cups that are full. So maybe you lost some people's support, but you have your money, you have your houses, you have your family, and you can get out of this if you realize what you did wrong and you start understanding what you did wrong, and if you start understanding that no, don't come out and say that you are the victims. Change your own perspective. Start seeing things from other people's point of view and start seeing the way things are, and start understanding that you're not the victims here, and you are the ones that threw mud at other people. You threw lies at the royal family, at other people. Harry came out against, not against, but even against, but in a very bad way towards the people that he killed as a soldier. He well, let's say he did not name the woman who took his virginity, but he outed her in every other possible way. And now he's looking into ways to sue her. They went after Samantha Markle in every possible way, after Thomas Markle in every possible way, and now they are trying to claim that Samantha Markle is coming after them. So all of these things are telling them that their way of getting out of this is by them changing their perspective and not expecting the world to change its perspective of them. And using the victim card, using this facade of we are so desperate, or I was trying to kill myself, or I was suicidal, or trying to make believe that you were haunted by paparazzis or all sorts of other make-believes that nobody really believe you. These things are not going to work on anyone but your sugars. Okay, so what are they hiding from themselves? So what don't they want to acknowledge about themselves? And the card that I'm getting here is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is the card of speed and velocity. This is a card of, first of all, social media and media as a whole, electronic media. So one of the things is that they are on social media. They don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to tell the world that they are on social media, but they are, and we all know that. But this is a card of doing the right thing at the right time. So this is but this is badly aspected because it is something that they are hiding from. So when it's badly aspected, it's a card that shows that they are acting too fast, that they are expecting things to happen very fast, and because of that they are making mistakes. They have a lot of difficulties, adjustment difficulties, and they are jealous, they are getting into quarrels, they have a lot of problems, and they have difficulty in acknowledging those problems. And especially, they are not in the right place, and they are not at the right time, and they have difficulty in acknowledging that fact. They need to understand that this is not, that what they're doing right now is not the right thing. So they need to start learning what is the right thing and how to deal with reality, and how to understand what is reality, and to look at reality and to deal with reality as it is. And as long as they're living in this fantasy world, they won't be able to deal with reality. So is there a way out? And if there is, then what is it? So that's the last card, and what we're getting here is faith. And faith is the Hierophant. Hierophant has a few meanings. So let's start from the from the easy to the difficult. So the Hierophant, when it is positively aspected, we're talking about the father. So the first thing is that Harry needs to call his father. He needs to ask forgiveness from his father. He needs to show his father respect. And in this instance, his father is also the Hierophant, because his father is going to be the king. He's going to be anointed as a king and as the head of the Church of England. So he's going to be the head of the faith. So this is a dual position, because King Charles is actually being the Hierophant in both the father position and in the faith position. So this is about Harry trying to reconnect with his father, but not by coming out and saying, I want to have a meeting with my father before the coronation, otherwise I will not come to the coronation. No, this is by very, very humbly trying to connect with King Charles, and he knows how to connect with him, and asking for forgiveness before anything else. Asking for King Charles' forgiveness. And King Charles will give him that forgiveness. So this is the first let's say the first way of looking at the Hierophant when it is positively aspected. Now, as I always tell you, behind every Hierophant there is a devil looming, because Hierophant is number 5 and the devil is number 15. So the Hierophant and the devil are two sides of the same coin. The Hierophant is the white side and the devil is the black side. The Hierophant is the light side and the devil is the dark side. But both of them, it's like the yin and the yang. So both of them are completing each other. And as you can see here in this Hierophant, card, there is a yin-yang symbol, although there are symbols of all other faiths here, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Shinto. So there are symbols of many religions here. So because this is the main or the biggest, the leader of the faith in each of the religions. But once again, behind every Hierophant there is a devil looming, and the devil is looming in the darkness. He is looming there in the negative aspects of this card. Now, this card comes right after the Hanged Man, and right after, it comes right here after the Hanged Man, after the 5 of Cups. So the devil is telling us what will happen if Harry does not take the root of the Hierophant. The root of the Hierophant is telling him to do the right thing. And the right thing is to call his father and very humbly ask for forgiveness. But if he doesn't do that, then he goes on the root of the devil. And the root of the devil is submission to urges. It's going on all the bad darkness sides of everything that is wrong. And he's been toying with the devil for a long time, and I believe that not calling his father, not asking his father's forgiveness in this point of time, it's like a seal on his faith. And this is why this is the last card here, faith. It's a seal on his fate, and it's faith. Okay, so this is the tarot, and the oracle is for us as community and as the world on handling the sussexes, because I don't think that they will ask for forgiveness. So what should we do? How should we handle them? So let's do another shuffle and then clear the deck. Okay, so advice for our community and the world at large on dealing with the Sussexes. Advice for our community and the world at large for dealing with the Sussexes. So let's see what kind of advice do we get. And it is vision. And it's very curious because we have a moon here, and we have a shadow side, and we have a light side. And it's interesting, so let's see what it means. Interesting because the dream theme is going through all of this reading. So here we get a long-awaited glimpse at the dark side of the moon, which is a reflection of the collective memory. Osupa, which is this card, is the card of dreams and illuminates the inner world of our fears, hopes, and feelings. The brain is very powerful, and it cannot decipher the difference between when we imagine an event and when we experience it. The imagination is one of the powerful tools in our metaphysical toolbox, and we can use it as a means of healing or of replying all programmings that keeps us stuck in a lower frequency. So our subconscious resides between our temples, and this is why it's called the temples. So this is mainly about having a glimpse into the dark side. This is about being able to see the dark side, which is this is what we saw with the Sussexes in the past 2 months. We saw even too much of it, and this is about being able to decipher it, being able to understand it, being able to work with it, and this is about standing face to face with that shadow and working against it and with it to conquer it. So this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, Subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.